For those select few that are already initiated, you should already know what this is. And for those of you that aren't, just chill. See, we're going to get down to the nitty gritty here in a minute. But what I'm always trying to get everybody to understand is everything is vibration. So before we do anything else, vibe. If you haven't smiled yet today, now would be the perfect time to do so. Right now. And if you can't find a smile for yourself, please allow me to be the smile on your face. Because at the end of the day, all I am is the smile on your face. All I am is the vibe. Yeah, it's about that time. For you to open up your ear. Everything is vibration. Yeah. You ain't gotta say nothing. You better not do nothing. Just vibe. Yeah. You done fucked up and clicked on some trill shit this time. What it was. Y'all already know who it is. And y'all tuned in with Priceless Knowledge of Self. And this right here, this ain't nothing but some cosmic insight. And this is also where shit gets spicy. Because this right here, this is the priceless top 5 most promiscuous placements in astrology. And understand that I said priceless top 5. Not your top 5, not they top 5, not his, hers, not what you heard about, not even what you read. This me. And good thing for both of us, I am a professional. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing started. So before I get into the actual top 5, I do have 2 honorable mentions on my list. So my first honorable mention on my list of the priceless top 5 most promiscuous placements in astrology is Uranus in the 5th house. And see, when we're looking at Uranus in the 5th house, this comes down to opportunity. Crazy shit happens to them that just doesn't happen to anybody else. Yeah, I'm talking about pornographic material. Yeah, the cable man done came over and now y'all getting it in, right? Oh, we ain't got cable anymore. The Wi-Fi guy. Yeah, all of that. You know, you was just taking out the trash and ended up getting thrashed. When you're dealing with Uranus in the 5th house, crazy shit happens to you. So the reason that I would put that on my honorable mentions is because freedom is everything to these people. So they want to be free to do the things that come up. And while there can be things that certainly temper this is somebody that does have a wild streak, most definitely. So that's the reason why Uranus in the 5th house is an honorable mention on my list right here. Now, my second honorable mention, before I get into the actual top 5, is one of my own personal placements. And that's Libra rising. Man, don't never, ever, ever underestimate the power of Aries in that 7th house. Yeah. That can cause a little bit of an impulsive nature when it comes into jumping into situations and relationships. All right. So Libra risings love to relate. They're people persons. They love to be what people expect them to be. And then they also have this other side of this nature. This part of them that really kind of tends to jump into situations. So that's the reason why Libra risings are on my list. Plus, they think they pretty. They think they prettier than everybody else. And you can look back at certain Libra risings and see how they kind of get themselves into these situations where they don't really know the person that they're involved with. And as the situation develops, they realize that they really weren't all that compatible with that person because really they were just trying to conform to what that person expected them to be. Cue Kim Kardashian. You feel me? With whoever she was involved with, you see her kind of start to take on the identity of that person at the beginning of that relationship. And then after a while, as true personalities start to prevail, they kind of see that they're really not that compatible. And then now the relationship is kind of conflict driven. So Libra risings have a tendency to jump into situations. And Libra risings like being desired. And another thing is, if we want to keep it real, when it comes to us Libra risings, people just want to fuck us. People just want to fuck us. We got Aries in the 7th house. We turn you on. Yeah. Whether it be, them lips, whether it be that finesse, whatever it is, Libra rising can bring out the animal in you. So that's the reason why Libra risings make the honorable mention on my list of the top 5 most promiscuous placements in astrology. All right. So let's get into the actual list. So number 5 on the list of the top 5 most promiscuous placements in astrology, the Black Moon Lilith in the 5th house. Why? Because for them, being bad is fun. They like the attention that being bad brings them. And not to mention that, they like to fuck around with different people. Kind of like Uranus in the 5th house, they want to be free to do whatever comes up. And a lot comes up because they have a ravenous appetite. See, with the Black Moon Lilith in the 5th house, sometimes being the bad guy just is sexy as fuck. There's something about misbehaving that just turns them on. So you could literally see somebody that thoroughly enjoys fucking around with the Black Moon Lilith in the 5th house. And they like the attention that fucking around with different people brings them. Kind of like my number 4 on the list. Alright? So when you're dealing with Lilith in the 5th house, it's not complicated. These are people that thoroughly enjoy what they do. you've tasted that, lucky you. So that's the reason why the Black Moon Lilith in the 5th house is number 5 on our list of the top 5 most promiscuous placements in astrology, because they're bad and it's fun. Now, number 4 on the list of the top 5 most promiscuous placements in astrology, another one of my own personal placements, Venus in Leo. Oh, Venus in Leo. Because it's about attention. It's about adoration. And you're going to have some Venus in Leo jump on this post right here and say, no, I'm one of the most loyal people that you'll ever encounter. And you probably are. I am too. But being loyal and faithful are not the same thing. See, there's this thing with Venus in Leo where they kind of will fuck around with somebody, especially in their lower vibration. Understand, there are higher vibrations of all of these placements, okay? But in the lower manifestation of Venus in Leo, you can see people who will fuck somebody just because they wanted to fuck them. It's like, hey man, you got to motherfucking honor your fans. Hey, it's almost pathetic and narcissistic in certain instances, because it has nothing to do with true emotion involved with that, to be honest with you. It's ego gratification. I know it. I am guilty when I was younger of messing around with people that I'm not attracted to because they were attracted to me. And also because with Venus in Leo, I had a reputation as a player. So I had to make sure that I sticked up to my reputation. Now, as I grew and evolved, I grew out of that. But this is something that's definitely prominent when you're dealing with younger Venus in Leo people, or Venus in Leo people who don't really know their worth. And so they seek ego gratification through sexual experiences. And then some people just have fun doing it. Kind of like with Lilith in the 5th house. Some people with Venus in Leo thoroughly enjoy the attention that fucking around gives them. So they fuck around. They fuck around for real. I know. I used to. And with Venus in Leo, sometimes you kind of have to start to realize that if something is really worth a lot, that means not everybody has access to it. The things that are worth the most in the world are the things that people have a real hard time getting to. It's those delicacies. So, there is a polarity with Venus in Leo, but Venus in Leo falls number 4 on our list of the top 5 most promiscuous placements in astrology because, man, they love attention. They love adoration. And some of them just thoroughly love fucking around. They enjoy sharing affection with different people. Now, moving along to our number 3 on our list of the top 5 most promiscuous placements in astrology. And this one could almost be a double, but this is Mars in Aries. And I could even say Aries suns in certain instances. And it has to do with the fact that they're so fucking impulsive. And their desire nature is so fucking volcanic. Oh, They do what they want to do, and they want to do a lot. That's the thing with Mars and Aries. This is another one that's not that complicated. This right here is savagery. This is the primordial part of you that says, hey man, I want to feel that. Yeah. Mars and Aries, man. You got to understand, when you're dealing with Mars and Aries, this is somebody who, once they get started, it's real hard to stop. And the thing is, it's so easy for them to get started. It's almost dangerous. It's almost dangerous. But to people like myself with that Libra rising, it's sexy. That shit is sexy. You want it? Come get it, motherfucker. Yeah. Number 3 on our list of the top 5 most promiscuous placements in astrology. Mars in Aries, especially if it falls in that 8th house or that 1st house. Or even that Sun in Aries. That could even fall into either on the list or the honorable mentions because, y'all know, a lot of them evolve, but Aries, y'all go through a hoe phase. If not, you just maintain being hoes throughout your whole life. Because you do what the fuck you want to do. And you feel like somebody trying to stop you from doing that is a direct challenge sometimes. And sometimes you didn't even think about the challenge, or you didn't think about what was going on, man. You just wanted to do it. So you had to. We can explain or fight about it. But I did that. Now look at you. Number 3 on the list, Mars and Aries. Number 2 on our list of the top 5 most promiscuous placements in astrology. The infamous Venus in Gemini. And it really does boil down to stimulation. But that need for stimulation with Venus and Gemini can lead to fickleness. And they just want to have fun, man. They just want to keep it light. They want to dibble and dabble. They want to conversate. They want to congregate, commiserate, all of that. Just don't get bored. Because boredom, that's the worst turnoff for them. No. With Venus and Gemini, they want to keep it interesting. The best thing you can do is try to come with a different personality every time you see them, because that's what's going to happen with them. That's what's going to happen with them. That's the best thing you can do, man. Because you're not going to get the same bag that you got last time. Last time it was M&M's. This time I'm coming with Reese's Pieces. Next time you might even taste the rainbow. Yeah, that's Gemini. Yeah. Just don't come with them starbursts. We don't fuck with squares, right? See, Venus and Gemini, man, they just want to keep it interesting. And these are people who because they want to find out so much, and they want to learn so much, and they want to experience so much, they can get a bad reputation. Or let me put it right, because Venus and Gemini will love to argue with you about this. They can earn a certain reputation, not get one. Y'all earn it. That's why you're number 2 on the list of the top 5 most promiscuous placements in astrology. Because y'all like to dibble and dabble. Like, I don't know how many times I've seen a person with Venus in Gemini pop up with a rando. Like, what the fuck are you doing with the motherfucking manager of the apartments? I know what you're doing, Gemini. You trying to get your rent paid. Yeah, that's what you're trying to do, Venus in Gemini. But we ain't gonna get into that. But heard her. That's just that little Gemini game. But heard her. With Venus in Gemini, like, like you be like, man, for real? Like, you fuck around with them now? And they gonna tell you, mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your business. Like, so it's really for them. They want to try different things because they're going to find out at some point in their life that there's not a certain thing that they're attracted to. They're attracted to trying different things. Venus and Gemini. And I'm going to have some type of Venus and Gemini person here in the comments saying, hey, I'm a good guy. I'm a good girl. I don't do this, you know? Hey, man. Keep that Gemini stuff over there. We on the top 5 today. And I love you. But Mars is in Gemini, so we got to keep it real. So number 2 on the list, the infamous Venus in Gemini. So number 1 on our list of the top 5 most promiscuous placements in astrology. Another one of my personal placements. The Black Moon Lilith in Gemini. If you look up the definition of the Black Moon Lilith in Gemini on any website, any app, with any astrologer, including myself, one of the first few sentences you're going to see are going to include the words promiscuity and lying. So really, I can say that the Black Moon Lilith in Gemini is number 1 on our list because of all of the reasons that all of the other placements were on our list. Because the Black Moon Lilith in Gemini loves attention. They got ulterior motives. They're impulsive. They just like to fuck around. They childish. They messy. And sometimes they just thoroughly enjoy doing that type of shit. Like, if you got the Black Moon Lilith in Gemini, the problem really comes to the fact that you was raised wrong. If we want to keep it real, we was raised wrong. It has to do with the facts that you was brought up in a surroundings where maybe there wasn't a lot of adults around, or maybe they were busy working, or maybe you were taught the wrong things. Like myself. My father was sexually inappropriate. He would foster sexual situations for a child. And I'm not going to get into the deep and dark details of all of it, but that's kind of what happens with the Black Moon Lilith in Gemini. You grew up seeing fucked up shit. It really comes to the fact that you grew up in surroundings that weren't that healthy. You were around adults that acted like kids, or adults that was on some fuckery. Like, so what you saw ended up becoming a reflection in your nature. People with the Black Moon Lilith in Gemini are ultimately products of their environment. Pardon me. Somebody watching this video is on some bullshit right now because I'm allergic to bullshit. Like, y'all got to get off that shit because I don't want to break out in hives. All right? Stop the bullshit. But with the Black Moon Lilith in Gemini, it's like growing up, you were taught to glorify things that weren't so on the up and up. Growing up, you saw things that ended up coming out in your nature as you were coming up in your formative years. So you probably got out there. You might even got yourself a bad reputation. Or you might have got a good reputation for handling your business. Either way, the Black Moon Lilith in Gemini is number 1 on our list of the top 5 most promiscuous placements in astrology, according to me. So, with that being said, that brings us to the end of this video right here. I want to appreciate everybody for their love and support. If you have made it this far, you should have already hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button yet, why not? What you doing, hating? You swag sucking? Nah, don't do that. We have plenty to give. You come get some of this game for free. And that's a bargain in itself, because the game is meant to be sold and not told. But you don't hear me though. So, please, hit the like button if you haven't hit the like button yet. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Hit the bell icon so you can be notified when I drop a new video, because I'm definitely in my creative mode. So, it's time to get to work. And for anybody interested in any astrological readings whatsoever, don't get at me in my comments. Get at me in my email, which is mr.turner1300@gmail.com. And I want y'all to understand, there are higher and lower vibrations of everything and everybody, including these placements. So just because you have one of these placements don't mean you got to act a fool. Understand that. Just because you built like that don't mean you got to build like that. I had 3 or 4 of my placements here on this list. And I promise you, I'm a good and honorable man now. I can't attest to how I was when I was younger, but now I carry myself with a certain amount of dignity. And because I realized that all of those are lessons, and lessons can always develop into blessings, as long as you don't let them drag you down. But that's another conversation. So I appreciate everybody's love and support. Until next time, y'all keep it real.